So here is SalesNOW on the iPhone. The link to download SalesNOW on their iPhone can be sent from within your SalesNOW account on the web. You have contacts, companies, leads, deals. Select more and it gives you access to cases, access to emails, access to calls, meetings, tasks, the SalesNOW calendar within SalesNOW on the iPhone. You have your options. Let's have a look at a contact record. And for the example, what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at Jenny Johnson at Acme Corporation. So I'm in Jenny's contact record and I can see general information such as work, email, work address, the type of contact. If I need to edit, I simply hit the edit button and it gives me access to view any of this information. All these fields and related drop-down lists are all configurable out of the box by whoever it is who'd be your SalesNOW administrator. Let's save that. One of the great things about SalesNOW is that you can capture history, the historic interactions, everything that you're doing with that contact rolls up to this contact record. So we can see the leads. So if there are any leads, there they are. Any deals, any cases, any activity, and you have access to custom information as well. Let's pretend that I had a conversation. I'm a sales rep. I'm on the road. I just met Jenny. I've entered her contact and company information into SalesNOW. The next thing that I want to do is maybe log that meeting. So maybe it was a cold visit that I did. I'm going to go select more. Now I'm going to log that meeting. That meeting gets associated with the contact record for Jenny, the company. I can even associate it with a lead dealer case. I haven't created a new one yet, so we'll hold off for a moment. And then I can scroll down and choose the type. Maybe this was an on-site initial meeting, any notes, and so forth. So maybe I've just had a very preliminary meeting with Jenny, and I was able to qualify her to some degree. And at this point, what I can do is actually create a lead record. So the leads area can be used in basically one of two ways. So at the discretion of the sales rep, if the contact has been qualified to some degree and there's some potential to do business with them, the lead record can be created. Or leads can be imported using our lead import tools by maybe the marketing department. Maybe they want to import records from a campaign of some sort, and the leads area is a great way to house those leads and then to have the follow-up take place. So let's look at the lead. What kind of information can you capture? So the lead is associated with the contact, with the company, as we can see here, and we can choose what type of lead. This, of course, can be predefined. Then you can choose the lead source. Those can be predefined. And you can track the estimated units and value. Let's just do value for now. Maybe this is worth 50,000. And any notes can be associated, and any of the custom fields that have been created with a lead, such as product or service information, can be associated as well. So now I'm going to save that lead record, and you'll notice next appointment. We've put little indicators in SalesNOW to help sales reps keep momentum when working on the opportunity. So the next appointment, I definitely want to schedule that. Maybe at this point, I'm going to schedule a follow-up call. And I've got the option to invite Jenny to that call or not. I'm going to say no. We didn't set an exact time, perhaps. But I can have that call scheduled associated with the lead. I'm going to do this something. But I can have that scheduled call associate with the lead. And you'll notice, of course, that scheduled call associates with the contact and company record as well. As I scroll down, I can choose the type. Maybe this is a follow-up. Any confidential notes would be for my eyes only. And notes, if I had invited Jenny as an attendee to that call, she would see those notes. And now that activity is going to show up against the related records within SalesNOW, such as the contact, company, and lead. It's going to show up in my SalesNOW calendar on my iPhone. It's also going to show up in my iPhone calendar. It will show up in SalesNOW on the web. And if my iPhone is in sync with my desktop email and calendar, that activity will also show there. So really, you create that activity, it shows up in multiple places. And so with SalesNOW, the advantage is there's less of a chance that things are going to slip through the cracks. So we've looked at the contact record, we've looked at scheduling activity, logging activity. I'll just take a moment and we'll look at the company record. So we'll look at companies. Let's look at Acme Corporation. And the kind of data that can be captured in a company record would be the name, the general address information. If I select Edit, I can add new information here. I have the ability to see the history of interaction related to any contacts associated with those companies. So if I had 10 contacts with this Acme Corporation company, then all of the interactions from the leads to the activities that I'm doing with that company roll up to that one company record. I can also access custom information as well, such as account information. By choosing the menu option, I can schedule activity from within the company record. I can create a new lead. I can create a new deal, new case. I can also log activity as well, or create a new contact to associate with that company. And going to the general company area, I can select the menu and sort the company data by various criteria. And I can do keyword searches if I need to. And I can also, by using this plus sign, create a brand new company record. So now we can see that new lead we've created with Jenny Johnson. We've got different ways to sort leads. So we can sort by name or by origin. We can also show active, inactive, or all leads. We can create new leads right from this plus sign if we needed to. But for now, let's go back to the Acme Corporation lead. And the data that we're able to enter, obviously we have the name of that lead, the associated contact and company. We had scheduled a follow-up call. Now we go and make that call, and maybe the call yields that they're very interested. We are able to further qualify. They'd like us to go out for a meeting. So right now I'm going to go ahead and log that call. So if I create that call log, I can associate it with the lead and update the notes. And what's great about that is as I'm logging this activity, if I'm a sales rep doing this on the road, in real time, my manager can see what's taking place when they generate the activity reports. Now, I've logged that call, and let's pretend that we're going to schedule a meeting. We could now invite Jenny as an attendee. We'll associate that meeting with that lead, and we can choose the type of meeting and any notes. Maybe we want to enter a note that says bring samples and a public note to them that says we will buy you lunch, and they'll get that, and then we'll save that. And any additional custom information that's been added, so additional custom fields, will also show in that meeting record. And what a lot of our customers do today is they'll create custom fields as questions that help the sales reps prepare for an effective call or meeting. As well, fields can be created as a means to track what happens after the meeting. So if there's some common results, the rep can just go quickly through those fields, check, 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 and log the details very quickly. So now that we've had the meeting with Jenny, what we'll do is we'll actually go ahead and log that meeting. So now I can select that lead for Jenny, choose the menu, and log the meeting details And that meeting obviously can be associated with Jenny's contact record, the company, the lead, and we can track anything from the location of where that meeting took place, log the type of meeting, the notes, so we can say that the meeting went extremely well. Now we'll go ahead and save that. So now we've got a meeting log associated with that lead record. And now, one of the great things about the lead record area is that you can take any lead and convert it to the deal record area at the opportune time. So we can take this lead with Jenny and Acme Corporation, convert it to a deal, and this can be done once the sales rep has qualified the lead further, when the opportunity is moving into perhaps one of the sales stages that you have established with your company. And so now I'll just select yes. And now all the information that I had in the lead converts over to the deal record area. And now that will include the contact, company association, and a deal record allows you to track the following. So the status of a deal can be active, won, or lost. Then you can track the estimated units and value. You can select the close date, or when you anticipate this deal to close. And that information will populate your sales forecast dashboards and Excel-based reports. You can also select a stage, so whatever predefined stages you have, you can configure those in SalesNOW. That will show up in your sales funnel dashboards and Excel-based reports. And you can choose a probability, save that deal, and just like as in the lead record, you'll see this next appointment. So it prompts the rep to schedule that next call or that next meeting to keep the ball rolling, to be proactive. And within a deal record, you have the ability to capture the following information, such as the contacts and companies that are associated with the deal, the email, activities, and any additional custom information that you might want to capture, such as the product or service offerings that you provide. So looking at the deal section within SalesNOW on the iPhone, let's have a look at the deals. You have the ability to, with the menu option, to sort by different criteria, such as the name, or you want to sort by more options such as the stage, or perhaps you want to sort by or show active, won, lost, or all deals. You can also search deals by a keyword, start typing, and you have the ability as well to create even new deal records right from the deal record area itself very easily. So that is the deal record in summary. So the next step, maybe we want to schedule a task, and we qualify Jenny, and the next step is that we want to create that task. We can associate it with the lead or deal or case. Let's just choose any one of these. And you can choose when that task begins, when it ends, when would you like that reminder. And types of tasks, of course, can be predefined. We'll choose Create Pricing Proposal, add any notes. Custom fields can be added to a task record as well. And so there we have it. We've looked at contacts, companies, leads, and deals. Now, let's have a look at the case record within SalesNOW on the iPhone. Now, let's have a look at the cases record area within SalesNOW on the iPhone. So cases are typically used to manage service requests, work tickets, customer service issues. It's a great area to be able to track issues after the sale and to be able to see those quickly get resolved. And so when you create cases, it will automatically create a case number. You've got different ways to actually sort those cases on the iPhone. You can show various cases and what stages they're at, or what type, whether it's new, assigned, closed, or all of the above. You can search cases in various ways, whether it's by a keyword. You can also create new cases right from the cases area, or you can decide to create a new case record from a contact or a company. Within SalesNOW, we've designed it so you can create the same record from multiple places, and that eliminates jumping around from one area of the application to another. So now we'll go into a case record and have a peek at, let's say, this one right here. So the kind of information that can be captured, you'll see the owner of that case, the case number that's been auto-generated, the subject, the association with the contact and company, so in this case Blair and Mainstream Manufacturing, the type, so you can categorize the types of problems and related subtypes. You can track the priority, the status. You can also schedule the next appointment. In this case, maybe we're going to schedule a follow-up call, and any notes and so forth. So tracking and managing all of that history is very important. And I'm going to go ahead and save that call, go back to the cases area. And from the cases area, let's just go back into any one of these cases. And as we scroll down, like all the other records, whether contact, company, lead, or deal, in the case, you can look at the history, you can look at additional contacts and companies that are associated with the case. You have the ability to look at the email and all activity and access even additional custom fields that have been created. So that is the case record in a nutshell. So the calendar reveals all of the general activities, and you can see the activities by type. So if you wanted to see, there's a task, you can go back to the calendar and have a look at, the types. So if there's any meetings or any phone calls that have been scheduled, the little icons help you to identify the various types of activities. And under the options, you have the ability to do a number of things, including an online search. If you're a manager, maybe you want to do a search for all companies or all leads, or for your team, and you can pull that information up and download it to your iPhone. You can also, from this area, import contacts from your iPhone address book, and at the bottom here, you've got the ability to change the capture call setting from never to always, which will allow you to capture a call. And how the call log works within SalesNOW on the iPhone, for any outgoing calls that you make, as soon as you hang up, you'll be prompted as to whether or not you'd like to create a SalesNOW call log. So that's SalesNOW on the iPhone in a nutshell. And actually, one more thing. You also have the ability under this More area, to select Edit and then drag and drop various modules down to the bottom, default items at the bottom of the screen. So the way we have it set up, contacts, companies, leads, and deals by default, is typically how sales reps would have this established. But if you're working in the service department, perhaps you want to have cases down there, so you can drag and drop those items accordingly. The bottom line is, when you're using SalesNOW on your iPhone, you're on the road. As a sales rep, you can track and manage your activities, every interaction with your contacts, and be ultimately more productive. And in real time, your managers can see what's taking place, what activities you're working on, what deals, what stages of those deals. So it's a fantastic tool that's been designed to help you be more productive and make, hopefully, more money.